Local justice is all over it, ladies and gentlemen. Plaintiff Danielle Pasquale is suing a former client, Justin Vera, for walking out without paying for a haircut and a color. This is wild. Justin Vera, of course, is countersuing now for a restyling of his hair and a half-day's missed wages in the case of the hair-raising hairdo.
Calling Pasquale versus Vera.
Now, it's my understanding that this case is relatively clear facts. That is, Mr. Pasquale, you're a hairdresser, correct?
Yes.
And you fixed Mr. Vera's hair. Mm-hmm. He never paid you. That's your complaint.
Yes.
Mr. Vera says that you did such a bad job, he had to go pay more money to correct what you did. You want to fill in the pukas for me?
He actually came to me on the 24th of June, on a Tuesday, for an event that we had on Thursday. It was a gay pride event. And he had me cut, color, and style his hair. And I actually have a picture of the way that he wanted to.
All right, Brandon, would you get that picture? And the hair that your client has, that hairstyle is the style that he wanted.
Yeah.
You cut it just like this.
I cut it just like that.
And then what happened after that?
What happened after that was he said he didn't like it. He said he wasn't going to pay me, and he just left without paying. Okay.
Have you ever had that done to you by any other customers?
No, Your Honor.
So
and I've cut hundreds of hairs.
So Mr. Vera is the first customer you had that said, cut my hair, you cut it, and he just begged?
He just didn't like it. I mean, I cut a lot of people's hair. A lot of people know me. I'm actually a part-time bartender, too, at a gay bar, and they all come to me when they want their hair cut.
So I go, Mary, what happened to your hair? She's nailed.
What did she say?
Well, that's an expression, Judge. It's a slang for how bad it was.
All right, Mr. Vera, first of all, you have somebody standing next to you. Is that a witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is your witness name?
Miley.
Miley. You heard what Mr. Pasquale has said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you explain what your position is?
Yes, my hair was slightly longer than that, and I just wanted it trimmed a little shorter.
Ooh, slightly?
Slightly longer.
You wanted it like this picture?
Yeah, I wanted it a little shorter.
I'm looking at your hair today. It's a lot different.
I know, Your Honor.
Is that a result of what happened here?
Yes, I have pictures here of what it started out as.
Okay, Brandon, can you get those pictures?
And the way it finished. And I could not go around town with my hair looking like that. I am a butch queen. I don't.
This picture here with the long hair, is that what Mr.
No, that was before. I wanted it cut just about to the shoulders with highlights in it. And when it got done, it was that short. So I had to get it all cut off.
Well, hang on a second. So you're saying Mr. Pasquale cut your hair this short?
Yes, it ended up that short.
Oh, it's a lot different from the other model here.
Yes, I know.
So what are you claiming?
I'm claiming for the cut, color, and the style that I had to go get redone immediately the next day. And that's $150, and then I'm suing for the half day's work that I lost going to look for someone to
And that's what,
emergency.
Another 150?
Yes, another 150.
No, this hair on the picture with the short hair, that is not what you had redone.
No, this is what I had it redone, and I did not want it that way, so now I gotta go butchy everywhere until my hair grows back out. Thanks to this one over here who calls himself a hairdresser.
Well, why did you bring your witness here?
Because immediately after it was done, I called her over to my house to see it, and she came over, and she agreed with me that it just wasn't right. It's not me.
So you saw the hair before? You saw the hair right immediately after?
Yes.
There's nothing in between?
No, I've seen it after.
Yeah, how far after though?
When he got his hair done, he came over to my house because he was crying. He didn't want to talk to anybody else about it, so he came to me and told me about it. So I go, Mary, what happened to your hair? She's nails.
What did she say?
She said nails, Your Honor, as in hammer and nails.
Wait, this is a hair case. What does that have to do with this case?
Well, that's an expression, Judge. It's a slang for how bad it was.
It's ugly.
Okay,
Yes.
now, so this one is not as bad as what you have on now?
No, in the front it came down longer, so it was a bob cut. Like I said, I am a butch queen. I didn't need all that mess on my head. And she cut my hair and say it looked good.
You wanted this mess on your head?
No, it was longer. I just wanted it trimmed and highlighted. And she gonna go and cut all my hair off. Like I grow it overnight.
No, so when you say you are a butch queen, is that some sort of work you do?
That means that I'm not fumahu, that I am very butch, but my hair was long.
Okay.
Just in the way I look.
All right, so what did you do about it?
Well, I went and I called around, and I was able to find a place that could get me in and could cut my hair. I have the receipt for it here.
Okay, let me take a look at that.
And for them to dye it back black and cut it all off and make it presentable, it cost me $150.
I am from Queer Shears in Honolulu, is that right? They cut your hair so it no longer looked like this,
that mess.
but looked like that.
Yes.
But you don't consider that a mess then?
No, I would rather it look like this than that.
Than that.
That was a hot mess. I wasn't about to walk around downtown in a hot mess.
Brandy, you don't understand that? Hot mess?
Hot mess, yes. It was a bad hairdo.
Okay, all right. I guess, Mr. Vera, in so many words, you had a bad hair day.
Yes, a very bad hair day.
Mr. Pascual, you heard what Mr. Vera has
Yes,
said.
I did.
Now, let me tell you this though. He's asking $150 for that haircut, yeah.
Because I had to get fixed what you did.
Okay, hang on a second. You're asking another $150 for what?
For the work I had to miss to get my hair.
Okay, and where do you work?
I do retail.
Retail, so you're in a sales store of some sort.
Yes.
And because you had this hairdo, you couldn't work in the store?
No, honey, I could not go in there looking like that. They sent me home.
Okay, so the store you work in requires you to have a certain kind of style of hairdo?
Presentable.
Presentable. And this was not presentable to you?
That was not presentable.
Okay. Mr. Pascual, what is your response now?
I come from a Filipino family. We didn't have that much money. My dad would cut my hair, and I would cut my 2 sisters' hair and my 2 brothers' hair since I was about 15 years old. So I've been cutting hair for about 12 years now. I've got probably about 50 clients that come and see me. I think that I know how to do a simple layer with some bangs.
Obviously,
are you telling me, hang on there, Mr. Vera.
And
Can you explain this then?
That probably was what he had done at the...
No, it was not what I had.
Wait, hang on.
That was probably what he did when he got it fixed, supposedly. I mean, it's not my fault his face doesn't match the hair.
It's not your fault you don't know how to cut hair.
The hair doesn't match the hair. That's what I'm concerned about, Mr. Pascual.
Yeah.
So you're saying that this picture here is not the way you cut Mr. Vera's hair?
No. And if you heard earlier, he said that after he left my house, he called her and she went to his house. But in her response, she said he went straight over to her house.
Either way, Miley was allegedly able to see Mr. Vera shortly after your haircut. And therein lies the question now is who's telling the truth here, yeah?
Yeah.
And so I guess what we're going to have to do is send this case to the local justice jury. Let's see what they have to say about this. Mr. Vera, you have a claim for $150 for your haircut today and $150 for basically the humbug that you had to go through to get to this point in your life anyway. And maybe the pain and suffering that you've had to, and the loss of wages, et cetera, et cetera.
My hair like that.
Okay. And Mr. Pascual, you're saying very simply, he came to me, he showed me what he wanted done, I did it like he wanted to do it, I didn't get paid, he owes me $150.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to order this matter to be referred to the local justice jury for the input and decision of that jury. That decision will simply determine whether the plaintiff, Mr. Pascual, has proved this case by a preponderance of the evidence. What that means is that he's proved it just a hair above 50%. And if he did, then the verdict will be in his favor. If he didn't, the verdict will be in the favor of the defendant. On the defendant's counterclaim, if the jury believes that Mr. Vera has proved this case by just a hair over 50%, then they will find in favor of the defendant, and he's asking for a total of $300, and against the plaintiff. For purposes of this particular proceeding, we'll stand in recess.
A remarkable case indeed for local justice. I have to say also that I'm very close to this case. As you well know, I had problems with my hair as well. Right now, I would like to bring out Mr. Pascual, the gentleman who cuts the hair. Mr. Pascual, it's This is a tough one. Come in here close, right up to the camera here.
It doesn't add up. I know that I didn't cut the hair like that.
All right, Mr. Vera, what do you say about that? This is now millions of people are listening.
I say don't let friends cut your hair. You know, I went to him trusting that he could do a good job, and he obviously messed it up. So that is a lesson well learned, and I just hope it's judged right.
And Miley, what do you think about this whole thing? I mean, do you think he has a case here? I mean,
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, he said he does come from a Filipino background, so they do cut hairs in the kitchen instead of the barbershop.
I see.
So
He says you're Filipino and you cut hair in the kitchen.
Actually, it was in the bathroom, and but that's where I always do it. It's an easier cleanup.
Miley, I must say you have extraordinary boots. Can we get a shot of Miley's boots? I love this. That makes you, how tall are you without boots?
6.
6 feet tall. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. This is local justice, and now it's up to you to determine whether innocent or guilty. You may start pressing those buttons now.
You are the jury. Log on now at localjustice.tv and become eligible to win a Vacations Hawaii trip for 2 to Las Vegas and other prizes.